Very good afternoon to all of you. So, I welcome you for this last session of this particular course on Google Earth Engine. I hope the previous lectures might have been very useful for you. Basically, they were overview of the Google Earth Engine, the interface, how the interface works. The second lecture was basically on the data visualization part, how various kinds of band combinations you can perform on top of Google Earth Engine and visualize those data sets, how to plot certain graphs in the Google Earth Engine platform. Later on, there was a lecture on this NDVI or the band ratioing, different bands of the of an image, how to manipulate them, how to generate new products so that some features can be extracted like NDVI. It was useful for the vegetation extraction of the vegetation part from the satellite images, or there are different other water bodies can also be extracted from a satellite image through some band ratioing techniques. So those band ratioing techniques were also covered during the third lecture. I think in the fourth lecture, the basically it was towards the machine learning, how you can perform various types of classification algorithms on top of a satellite image in a Google Earth Engine platform. So that was covered yesterday, but today in the last session we will try to understand once we have done all our analysis part, how we can download this data to our local computer. Or sometimes we also require let us say I have done a classification map or a classification on a Google Earth Engine platform. Now I don't want the entire data set, I only want a small section of the data set which I want to download and use it for my other offline purposes as well. Like I have my own study area, so there I want to use it. So how to import this study area into the Google Earth Engine platform and clip that analysis part from it and then download it. So that particular also becomes very useful process most of the time. Many times we require that data need to be downloaded also, so that we can use it, combine it with some other data sets also, and then proceed further for that. Okay, so in this particular today's session we will be covering these three aspects. The first one basically like clipping and downloading the data using admin boundaries in Google Earth Engine. So there is one very popular tool, very popular source we can say, that is GAUL, that is Global Administrative Unit Layers. Okay, so these data sets are available at a district level also for the entire globe. So we will try to use these data sets also and download some data from there. And secondly, we also have another option for it, like creating the study area boundary in Google Earth Engine itself and using it for clipping and downloading the data in that platform. And third component will be like uploading the custom study boundary that I was telling to you. I have my own study area that is not available in the Google Earth Engine. Now I want to upload it to the Google Earth Engine and then utilize it for this clipping and downloading of the data set. So these three aspects we will be covering. So if you see here, I have just put a small glimpse of that code here, how the code looks like. Although I will be giving a live demo of it, but let us try to understand it here from the code itself, what are the various aspects into it. First of all, that I was telling to you, GAUL. So first we need to import that data in our Google Earth Engine platform over here. Like if you see here, that table is there, FAO. So in the first instance, I have imported that data over here and given one name to it called districts. Okay. Second, I am trying to use one data set called land surface temperature. Let us say example I am taking, I am working on a land surface temperature. It is possible that land surface temperature is not the only use case for me. Let us say I am having an elevation map and I have generated some slope map from it. And that slope map now I want to download from this Earth Engine. So it can be anything. For this particular case study, I have taken land surface temperature. So what we will try to do, we will try to download that land surface temperature for a specified district. Let us say Dehradun district, which currently I am studying. I am residing over here. So that way only. And third part, if you can see here, that is a taluk boundary. This third level admin boundary, primarily it is not available in your Google Earth Engine platform. So what I will do, I will try to upload it to the server, to this Google Earth Engine server, and then use it for clipping and downloading those analysis parts from the Earth Engine platform. Okay, so if you can see here, so the first one is like you will create one variable over here, and then just let us try to go directly to that Google Earth Engine platform here. So platform, I will go directly to the code editor. Okay, if you open this Google Earth Engine, you need to be logged in, I think, with your Gmail account. Orderly might have been told to you. Once it is told, so you can see here, this page will come over here, and then you can go to the code editor. Now in this code editor, our first exercise is, you can see here, we want to use some GAUL second level admin boundaries from there. So what I will do, I will just type it here, GAUL SECOND second level. It may be visible to you over here. You can see here FAO, Food and Health Agriculture Organization. Here they are also publishing the data set, Global Administrative Unit Layer 2015 second layer. Okay, just click it. You can see the detail of this data set over here. Table schema is like here. Admin code is there. Admin name, display area, status, shape. You can just see here, it is not giving me all the details here. It is showing only the admin 0 name. So I have not selected the correct one. So I will just again, I will go to here second level unit layer. This is the first level, and then let us say I will just try to move it further here so that it is visible to me. We can just see here it is a, no, this is not the done. Yeah, okay, this 500 meter. Okay, I will just let us try to check this one also. So actually it is not properly visible. If you see here, it should show me all that admin ADMN 0 name it is showing. At least it to show ADMN 2 also. Okay, then only we can say that our data is the correct one. So we will again, I will go to it here, GAFAO. I will write it properly here, FAO GAUL. Okay, and then we can see here there are many layers are available to you. So we will see here second level. Okay, SECOND second level administrative layers here. So I will just try to layer 2 here, first level here. I think if you see it here, what is this one? Administrative layer. This one is again, if you see here, this is, no, not this one, this is level 2 only. So I will remove it here. Okay, it is not visible to me here. So what we can go directly, we can go to Earth Engine over here, data set. I will type here in data set, I can just search it over here, FAO GAUL. Okay, and then from here I can just see one by one, all those things are visible to me here. So GAUL SECOND second level administrative units, this one. Okay, so if I just click it here, you can just see here, it will show me the table schema. Now you can see here, it is showing to me admin ADMN2 name is also there. Okay, so this particular data set is required. So I need to use this particular engine here. So what I will do, I have searched it over here. Now we can directly open in the code editor. I was typing a new, I will just close it here, leave. So directly I will go from here and open in code editor. Okay, so your 200, that second level data will be uploaded to this here. If you can see here, data set, feature layer, GAUL simplified 500 meter 2015 level 12, level 2 basically. So here I can just change this name to it. I am just interested toward the district level. So I will use it here like districts. All the districts are here. Okay. Now the second line you can see here, it is written here map.set center. So since I am interested in the Dehradun region, so the basic lat long of Dehradun are around 78 and 30. So I will just change it here. Some small changes I am doing, 30, and then these are some visualization parameters. Okay. Now it will show me all. Now here also you can see this is the visualization parameters. I will just right now I don't think I required it. I will remove it. Okay, and this data sets, no, it is not the data set. I have changed the name to districts, so I will change it here also. Districts here again. Actually, this is a parameter, style parameter I am not using, so this line at law is also not required. Okay, now you can see here it is not the data set, but it is a districts, districts. Correct. Now you can see it will show me the districts of the entire world. I am not interested in the entire world. I only need the district Dehradun boundary. So how to get that one basically? So what I will do here, DDN. I will say, let us say DDN equal to, that is equal to districts. Then I will say here DISTRICTS, districts, because this is a full collection. So from this collection I will select only the Dehradun boundary. Dot, if I say here dot, you can say here filter, and then again one bracket, then earth engine dot filter, filter dot eq, equal to. Okay, and then inside this equal to we can put here, like the first one will be what I want to mean by equal. So you can just, if I go here, I will go to this part here. You can see here table schema. In the table schema, this is the name was like admin 0 over there. This is level 2 only. So what I will do, I will take it here, like from here. Yeah, ADM name. Yeah, this one. Control C, copy this field name. Basically, there are many field names are there. I require this ADM underscore name. So I will just, what I will do here, I will say, I will just paste it here. Control V, ADM2 underscore name, and what should be the name? The name can be DEHRADUN, Dehradun. Okay, simply I am writing it. Let us try to see what it does. Okay, so here I will add here now DDN. This particular data I will just enter it here. Let us try to run. Oh yeah, it has to be defined as a variable, VAR, variable. Okay, because I am creating a new variable. Then if I do run, yes, it is doing something, but you can see here it is not second level administrative unit, but there is no boundary here. Why it has not come Dehradun now? Okay, so there is one another thing is that you should keep in mind ki whether this Dehradun is written like this or it is written like this, Dehradun. Let us try to run it, because sometimes spelling of Dehradun is like this, but how do you know ki how it is written, your boundary is written over there? So for that, what you have to do, just go to this particular website here, global. I will just share this one also with you, data apps here, or directly you can cite. I will just go to this part here, Control V. Here, this is FAO website. You have to go GAUL admin level 2, and this is the CSV file there. Okay, just click on this CSV file. All the data sets are there, and if I open it here, like double click over here and open it, then you can see here it will show you all the names. If I now search it here, like in this admin layer 2, okay, there are for the entire world boundaries are there. Now let us say Control F. If I say DEHRA, Dehra, you can see here it how it is written, Dehradun. Suppose I am interested in Nainital, NAINI, Naini. Okay, this much only. So you see here Nainital spelling is also written in a different way. Similarly, Bangalore, BENGALORE, Bangalore. Let us try to search. Yes, it is not there. Not B. Bangalore. Find next. Yes, Bangalore rural. It is written like this. Bangalore urban. It is written like this. So these are the districts basically. So you need to get those. You should have a clear idea ki what you are writing over here. Okay, this is spelling name. If you can, this is very important here. You can just see here what we have done. We have created one variable called DDN, and then from this DDN, what is this DDN will hold? From this entire collection, it will hold that boundary of that particular district, Dehradun. So this this collection is there. Then filter. Then what I am doing, EE. This is Earth Engine dot filter. This is a basic syntax. Dot equal to, what equal to? If your column name is this and the value is this, you select it. So I am able to select that boundary also DDN, and I am able to display it here also. This is the district boundary of Dehradun. Basically, I am able to display it over here. Correct. Now, what I will do, I have already now taken this boundary. Map center also I will just remove from here. Let me put it here, map center. Okay, that let it be the first one only. So, or what we can do, this map center we can have it at the bottom. Okay, like this. So, what we have done here now, so till now we are able to use one of the district boundary which is directly available in your Google Earth Engine, that is boundaries of Dehradun district, or any district you can have it, you can just search it. Only thing is that you have to take care what is how the spelling is written over there. Okay, so if you make mistake, then you won't be able to get that particular data set. So this you just download this XML or sorry this CSV file, and then accordingly try to use that one. Okay, now your boundary is there now. Now we want to download something. What we will download now? We can have elevation, we can have land surface temperature. So let us try to take a land surface temperature, one of the product. Okay, so one of the product is like I am saying Modis LST, this one. This is one product, or you can have SRTM DEM also, MOD 11A1.60. You can see here it is the land surface temperature emissivity of Delhi. You can see daily and land surface temperature emissivity values in 1200 by 1200 kilometer grid. The temperature is derived from mod 11 L2 swath product, about 30 degree latitude. Some pixel may have multiple observations. You can see what are the bands here. It has one band called LST day 1 kilometer. This particular band is useful for you. Otherwise this is a quality band, this is a bit mask, there are others also, but I am interested only in this LST day 1 kilometer. You can see we also have LST night 1 kilometer also. Let us take only the daytime, this particular data set. So what I will do, I will import it. So you can say I have imported another data set from Google Earth Engine, that is the LST. So I will change this name over here. Let me change the name to it LST. Okay. So now LST is also there. Land surface temperature, it has already uploaded here. Done. So now let us try to, now what we have to do, I want the LST only of Dehradun. I don't need it for the entire world. If what you do, if you see here, map dot add layer. Okay, map dot add layer, name is LST, comma, this is the visualization parameters here. I will tell you about this also. Third is the name, LS, land surface temperature, LAND, land, SURFAC, surface, TMPERATURE, land surface temperature. Okay, now this was actually district. So I will just see here it like DISTRICTS, districts. Okay, and Dehradun district basically, HRADUN, Dehradun district. So here also land surface temperature, you can see it's have to come in the single inverted comma. Otherwise it will give an error to it, like this. Now let us say what happens, run, we have district boundaries, we have added the land surface temperature also. So what it will do, it will add for the entire world, but we have not assigned any date for it. So nothing is coming over here, no, nothing is coming. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to, just like Dehradun we have done it, same way we have to select that particular band also. Okay, so what I will do here now, var where LST underscore DDN, this only will, I will require the LST for Dehradun region only. Okay, now here I will say LST dot, okay, filter date, filter DAT, filter date. Which date I want? I want for, let us say single inverted comma here, 2023-03-15, okay, and comma from date, end date, 2023, again inverted comma it has to be there like this, 2023-03-16, okay, like this it will come. Simple, date we have taken it, and dot SELECT, select also. What I have to select? The band 1. Okay, that band was, name of the band is, I want this particular band. To just copy it from here Control C, close, and just paste it here, like with an inverted comma you have to just paste it. LST day 1 kilometer. Okay. Then here again when I will write dot clip, you clip it with DDN. And here also I will just take, first I will take, actually this is the two bands are there, two images are there for date 1 and date 2. So it is taking it as a collection. So I want a single image. So I will take the first one, FIRST, first. Simply write here first, the first image, and then simply just click it like this. So you can see it here like this, we are doing it. So now you can see this particular one line I have written here, LST Dehradun. This is the full collection. Then we have filtered it by the date, and then I am just selecting the band. The first band I want, LST day 1, and from that I want the first image from that entire collection. Also I want the first band from this date, and then I am just clipping it with the Dehradun boundary, that is DDN, which I have just now created at this line, this district boundary. Now let us try to see it here. It is showing it here also. Map dot, it is showing for the entire region, if you can see here. Okay, yeah, this all, but I want it only for not LST, I want LST DDN. Control V, this I want. This particular variable I want to add it now as a layer over here. So if I go to this end section over here, yeah, this is the map here. Now this was the visualization starting, two variables we have created. Now I am just adding it like this, and let us try to run it. If I run it, it should come the land surface temperature of for this particular session only. So if you can see here, in that layer it is showing me over here Dehradun district, it is showing land surface temperature also it is showing. So if I zoom it further, this part, now you can see here, this is the land surface temperature for the Dehradun region. Now you can see here, this particular visualization is showing me only one blank, one white kind of thing over here. Okay, let us take it satellite also. Then if in satellite also it is showing the same thing, or map also it is the same thing. Why it is so? That might have been told to you during the second lecture of visualization. We need to set these visualization parameters. What is the minimum value here? Minimum, and then value, comma, max, max, colon, and then value over here. What is the minimum value? We can just see here, go to this inspector over here on the right hand side, here inspector, and then click it here. So it will show you some values here. You can just see here, it is showing you, I will just make it a little bit zoom down here like this. Okay, so you can see here the, yeah, it is showing 14,912. These temperatures are in the Kelvins only. You need to convert them to degrees Celsius also, not the Kelvin, but I will just put it here. These numbers I will use first of all. 14912 is the some values coming over here. I know that temperature near the top region here, it may be less temperature. So if I click it here, it is showing 14587. If I click it near this part here, it is showing 15162. These values you can see over here. Okay, and if I click it here at this point, it shows 1499. So you can see the values, how the values are ranging, 14685. So what I can do, let us see, the minimum value will be 14, and then what I will do, we will take it 1 2 3. Let us take it like this. Okay, and then your max value will be, again then your, you can just, I will just check it here, minimum value and maximum value. These are not required in the inverted commas basically, so I can remove it here. Your max value, let us try to take it here, it is 15803. Some more, anything is there? Yes, 14960. You can see here again 14, it is there, it is going here 15147. If I click at the tip over here, it is 15, it's now 15, 14, you can 1564, 0, okay, it is going up around 15, around 100. Okay, so what I will to take here, the values I will change it here, 15, 100. Let us try to do it here. Land surface temperature, and this is Dehradun district. Now let us try to run it. Now you will see a clear picture of that area will come. Yeah. Okay, this boundary I will just try to remove here, and if you see here, this it will show you the land surface temperature entire like this. If I click to the darker portion here, you can see 14586. It is fine. If the brighter portion 15129. Click it here 15125. It is going beyond 100 also. So what I will do here, let us try to make it as 1500, 15,000, 15 and 500. Then again if I run it, it will give me a better visualization of the same data set. This land surface temperature for the Dehradun region I am able to see now. Let us switch off this boundary, Dehradun boundary. I have removed it here. Now we are able to see the boundary only, the data set only of Dehradun, and with a better visualization. If you can see here, so you can see the temperature is very high at this point. This is 15,235, and temperature at this point is 15,165. So I have taken it sufficient margin. I have taken 15,500. So if you see here, this is the darker one over here. It will show less temperature. So it is something 14,364. At this point, the value is 14,537. So we have taken it sufficient margins are also there. So now we are happy that this particular data set is now clearly visible to us, and it is for which reason? This is for if I want to know what is this data set. So what I can do here, I can simply write it here. You can just check it here also. The data set is of which date? It is 15/3/2023, this particular date. So 15th March 2023 is the land surface temperature is visualized like this over here. Okay. Now, so we have what we have done it. Now we have prepared our data set as per our study area boundary. Now next thing is that we need to download it. So for downloading, again things are very simple here. For downloading, we have to write it here. Basically for downloading, they are calling the word called export here, export and import of the data set. So here I will write here like export, export dot image dot, where it will export? To Drive, to Google Drive it will come, DRIV, to Google Drive, inverted comma, and then inverted comma close, and then we will write certain parameters over here. Okay. Now no need of remembering this also. If you just search it internet, directly you will get it, export.image.to-drive. So I am also using it directly like this, to drive, and then there are certain parameters. The first parameter is what I want to export. I want to export the image. Which image I want to export? This temperature I want, LST DDN. Control C, this particular temperature I want to. What is the scale? Scale means resolution, that is 1 kilometer. Okay, simply you can write it like this, and then we can have one more parameter here, comma. We can, I think some LST DDN, it is fine here, error. Okay, semicolon here. So okay, this bracket is required here actually, this one, this particular bracket, and then this bracket need to be closed like this. Okay. So scale is 1000 here, because it is basically it is a function, and inside the function the parameter is being passed as a dictionary. Okay. In the dictionary, the first value is key is image, and the value is LST_DDN. Second value is scale, the second key is scale, and the value is 1000. And then we can have another parameter called region. Region I can have the same DDN, district boundaries basically. So there are many parameters like folder also, where you want to put it. Folder also you can give here, FOLDER, folder in your Google Drive. Folder I have created there, one demo underscore GEE, this also there. And then we can have one description also, DESCRIPTION, description also can have it. Here I can write the name of that file. Name of that file will be like LST underscore March 2023 underscore 1 kilometer underscore DDN. Some name I have given to it. then comma also. So these some parameters I am giving. We can remove them also. Automatically it will take. Like image you have to give first one, description you have to give the second, scale, region, irrespective of this sequencing. You can write it whichever is coming to your mind. Now this particular line of code is also written here. Now I need to run this code. If you see here run, it is giving some error in the console, is not defined description, so you need to put it in this inverted comma basically. That's why that error is there. Now I will run it. Demo GE is not defined. This is also in your single inverted comma. Okay, that is again simple because they are not defined basically. Now run it. So in console we have nothing. It is running and I am able to see the data set also. In task, if you can see here on the right hand side, inspector, console and then task. In task, it will show you first March. This is the LST March 2023 1 kilometer DDN. It has created it. Now you need to run it. Once you run it, it will ask you all those parameters. This is the description, some CRS also it has given over here, or you can change this. You are not able to change it. Default it will take. Later on we can change it. Maximum scale, demo GE, and this is the name of the file, and you simply run it. Once you run it, it will start executing, exporting the data. You can see here less than 1 minute. It is doing it here. Now if I open my Google Drive here, let us try to see it here. Google Drive here, and in Google Drive this is home folder here. Okay, and in my folder I have that one folder we have given. So I will go to that particular folder here, my drive here, and then demo GE. Yes, so you can see here this file is created. It will get it here now. It is still doing it, not completed, but it has created a the name for that file, 7 KB file. Okay, LST March 2023 1 kilometer DDN, the same name which we have given over here. LST March 2023 1 kilometer and DDN. So it is still doing it here. By the time, let us try to open our QGIS software. If I open this QGIS, so in that, yeah, still it is doing. Now next, yeah, it is now done. Data is downloaded here. This particular data set, select it and then download it. So your data will be then downloaded here. Yes, it will download it. Let us try to check it here. Yes, it has downloaded. This is the folder, first March, it has downloaded. File is of size, you can just check it here. Properties here, and then it is your around 7 KB file, very small file basically for Dehradun district. Now let us try to open it in QGIS. This is your QGIS. I will just drag it here like anything, and your data set is directly visible to you here in this particular folder. Single band, anything you can do it over here now. Classify into 5 classes, apply, and then we will take some colors also for it here. Linear, it is done, and then color ramp basically here. Let us try list color ramp over here, apply, and okay. So your color variations are given. These are the null values, 0 you can remove, that can be removed here. Now if you see here, each and all those values can be visualized in your by using this particular tool, identify tool, and all those things are there. So now we are able to get the data in our QGIS software basically. Okay. So from Google Earth Engine we created the task and we downloaded the data and we were able to visualize it in our any software in our local computer basically. Okay. So next let us try to see here ki how we can upload something here. Now let us try to see. I have one data set with me. I will just zoom it to layer. Now this is their layer. I will say add layer, add vector layer in QGIS only basically. I will go to this particular place here in my folder. If I see I have something, yes, I have the taluk boundaries also. for Dehradun. Okay, GE. So you can see here this is a taluk boundary. Let us try to open it here. Open and then add it. Close. So you have the taluk boundary something like this. Zoom to layer. Although the projection system, it is due to the projection system, it is giving some wrong thing over here. Because the projection of this particular and this is different, so we need to make them in the equal, then only these boundaries will be properly visible to you. The basic projection system for the LST downloaded from internet is that is sinusoidal ellipsoid, but this Dehradun is your taluk boundary is in GCS projection system. That's why this is coming over here. So what I will do, I will just remove it here, discard, and then again we will go to this QGIS, okay, and then we will try to open that boundary over here, and then further we will try to upload that same boundary to this place as well. Now here if I say layer, add vector layer, if you see the same boundary which I am overlaying, I will put it over here, Dehradun_taluk, open, add, close. Now you can see here there are two taluks basically in the entire boundary. First is Chakrata taluk here, and if I say here open attribute table, so there are two things are there. First is Chakrata, another one is Dehradun. Now actually we can say if you say my area of interest was not the entire Dehradun district, but it was only this Dehradun taluk boundaries. So I require only this much, but that was not available in this particular platform. Now what I need to do, I need to upload it to this particular platform. So how to add it there? That is again very simple here. What we will do, go to this asset here on the left hand side, you have one option over script is there, docs is there, and third one is the asset. In the asset section I will try to add it here now. Okay, so what I will do, we will try to take it from here. What I will, already Dehradun taluk is there, so I will save it here. Like first let me save it here, save feature as, I will save it as DDN_T taluk. Okay, this only I am putting it here, like this name I am giving to it here. Okay, permission denied. Okay, no problem. Some I think export save feature as, I will put it there only directly, E drive here, and then in the local drive only I am putting here somewhere at this place GE, and then I will say DDN_T. I will save this taluk boundary, save. Okay, so I have this DDN taluk also. You can see here in GE I have DDN_T CPP. So what I need to do, I need to select it all this file, right click, and then send to a zip folder. So once you create a zip folder, now this zip folder you need to upload it over here. So how to upload it here? New, and what is there? Table upload, that is save file. Then select it. I will go to I have saved it in the local computer over here. I will go to this part here, to this, and then GE some folder. You can say DDN_T. Open it, and asset name is also DDNT only. This same thing we will put it. Okay, and then we can say upload. So you can see here, it will show here while it is uploading. It will take some time, and it will be uploaded after some time over here. Yes, so it takes some, you can see here now it started uploading, and once it is uploaded, it will be visible to you over here, DDN_T. So it is in the, you can check the progress bar over here. This is there. Once it completes, it should come in this particular list. Or many things I have uploaded over here. So once that is done, it will come over here. So if I click this refresh, and then DDN_T, it should come in the assets part. So still it is doing. It should not take much time. Yeah, it is done. Now you can see here it should come somewhere here only. If I refresh it, yeah, ddn underscore t. You can see here on this left hand side panel it is there now. Click it. Now it will show you here. It has uploaded it in its own format over here. You can see here at this point it is coming, and then in the features if you see there are 2 points. First is the Dehradun, another one is the Chakrata, and the name of the field is Taluk. Remember this particular, this is capital letters, okay, Taluk. And then if I say close, no, it need to be imported. Select it, and then there is one option called here import. Import. So you can see here it is imported it as a table. At this point over here, this table I will write here now TALUK Taluk. Okay, Taluk underscore DDN, or I will say only Taluk. Okay. So now I have the Taluk for the Dehradun region here. From this Taluk there are 2 polygons. I want only the first polygon. So what I will do? I will create one variable var where I will say again here ddn underscore TALUK, some name you can give to it, equal to, then here this is a collection of 2 polygons. So just take it here, Control C, Control V here, Taluk dot, again you have to do it the filter, FILTER filter, and then again go to the brackets, EE dot FILTER filter, same dot EQ, okay, and then in the brackets you have first is TALUK, capital letters all Taluk, comma. Now just remember here you can just see what is the name of that field here. Earlier it was Dehra under space Doon, but here the Dehradun is written completely like this. So take this value here, Dehradun, and then just paste it here, Control V. Correct. So this is also now done. So you can see here now I have the district, I have the Taluk also. This district I have used for clipping it here. Now what I will do, I will try to clip the data set, same data set with my, first of all let us try to visualize this uploaded data set over here. So the DDN Taluk. So DDN Taluk, how it will come? You can see here I will create again one function called map dot add layer, okay, and then within the bracket I will write here ddn underscore TALUK Taluk, and then I will just close it here like this. So for the time being I will comment this part also here. So you can comment it like this, star, and at the end we can have it star and this backslash. So it is now commented. If you want to comment a single line, you can just comment it like this also here. This is also commented. Your DDN district is also now commented. So you have only the LST and the Taluk. Let me comment that LST also. So I have now only one layer that is to be added here, that is the DDN underscore Taluk. It needs some visualization parameter, this, and then here I will write the inverted comma Dehradun TALUK Taluk like this, okay, and then if I run it, you can see here that small boundary of Dehradun Taluk will be displayed to you here. From those 2 polygons it has taken only the 1 polygon which is added over here. Now let us try to clip it from here. It again becomes very simple to clip it here. What you have to do? Simply change this DDN to this DDN Taluk. Simple, we can do it like this. Now let us try to do that also. You can see here since LST is given up, so what I will do, I will just copy this entire line, Control X, cut it here, and then let us give it in the third part here, because we need to define this Taluk first, then only we can use it. So it is defined in the previous line, and then I can just in this LST DDN at the end, what I will do, I will change this DDN to DDN underscore Taluk like this, okay. Now let us see what happens here. This comment portion I will remove from here, this comment also removed from here, and this is DDN underscore Taluk, Taluk. Okay, this way I am getting it. Now let us try to see this LST also. Okay, LST also I will add. I will uncomment it. District I don't need now. LST underscore DDN. It is same. It will remain same only. But let us try to run it. In console there is no error. Now you can see here I will just switch off this Taluk boundary. Now you can see here I have got the LST for this small region only here. Now here you can see the visualization. You can again further improve the visualization over here also. How? Go to this inspector on the right hand side. Click at this point. You see the value is 15124. What is the value here? It is 14643 minimum value. This darker portion here. It is 14648. So your visualization changes here. So you can do it here not 14,000 but 14,500. And let us go to this brightest part over here. It is 15162 or 15202 also. At this point also at the center if you say 15260. So that is again I can do it here not 15500 but we can go up to 300 only. Let us try to run it, this visualization parameter. So just remove it. Now you can see your visualization is little bit better here. Yeah, you can see here this is the particular portion where the temperature is very high. Let us see what is this place. Yeah, it is Dehradun city only. In Dehradun city we are having a very high temperature as compared to the remaining part. This particular portion if you see here, it is showing dark, maybe some low temperature. What is the city there? Mussoorie. Yes, always it is there. Mussoorie is lesser temperature as compared to Dehradun. And this effect has here also. So something we are able to do from that, because at least we are able to see that the brighter the value, pixel value, the more white it is appearing to me. Or we can have some different color schemes also for it. That is again it might have been told to you in a second lecture. I will not go into the detail. So here I am just classifying this high and low temperature by this gradient of white color only. This is very white and this you can see here a dark. Black and white color only we are able to differentiate which is high temperature and which is low temperature area. And we have validated from the field as well. Dehradun is a plain place, is a valley only. So temperature is more or less high as compared to this Mussoorie region which is a hill in the hill area. And here if you can see here also the temperature are very less. These are the Sivalik range here. So it also has the lesser temperature here. Again they are at the high mountain areas only. So here you can see it is going up to 15 to 60. Now you need to convert these temperature, these values into some proper temperature. That is again one homework for you. You just read it, then it will tell you how you can convert these things into your simple temperature also. That it will again need one small multiplication over here at the end. If you multiply it by that, you will get that value also. At the end you can write it here like if end dot dot multiply multiply and then that number you need to fetch it over here and then you will have those values in your temperature. But I will not going to cover it here because that was not the portion for that. Now you can see here you just search it yourself. Now you can see here LST DDN. LST DDN we have changed all the things. 1 kilometer DDN, it is a taluk only task. Yes, we have this boundary also here now. Let us try to run it. We will give it a new name to it underscore T. Okay. Here also we will give underscore T. It is taluk now. Run and it will start running and then we will have a smaller value also. It will go to, yeah, it is running here now. And if we go to this part, you can see it will be displaying to us here if there is no error. If any error comes, that will not come there. Yeah, it is done. You can see it is T, it is coming over here. Now let us try to download it. Yes, I am able to download it from this Google Drive also. Now I will go to my QGIS software here, the very popular open source software. This T, let us try to put it here. So you can see here there is a difference of the projection system, but I am able to get the data at this place also, properties, and then I can give different uh, unique values like this, apply, and then okay. So you getting the temperature like this. Okay. So there is a difference of the projection system. Again, this is not a lecture on that part, so I will just skip that part ki how to correct it, so that you try to explore yourself ki how to correct this particular data sets now. It has given to me the data in for the taluk as well as, and I have the data for the entire district also. So district we got it from Google Earth Engine, some boundaries were there already existing, and taluk we uploaded from our side, and then we have done it. And the third component basically, that is also the simplest one now. Okay. So I will just what I will do here, we will try to, let us say ki I have my study area is not the taluk, not the district, but it is something else. It is only the city part here. Okay, so what we can do, we can just create the polygon here like this, click it here, and then if I click it from this part to this part here like this, I require only the city region, so that can be drawn at this point here like this, like this. Okay, I will create it here, or you need to create it properly like this is my study area boundary. Okay. Now this study area boundary, you can see here, I will just click it here. If I see here, it is import district LST geometry, it is giving here. Directly it has given me as a geometry. So I will just change the name to it city. Okay. It is 9 vertices are there, and it is only a polygon. It is not a table, it is not anything else, but it is only a city. So this can be corrected from here also, and we can have it like this, properties, name is city here, or we can have it like this, DHRADUN, Dehradun. Dehradun, I can write it here like this, RADUN, Dehradun. Okay. In the properties section, it is no properties are there, geometry, yes, it is geometry only. Feature, if I say, property, if I add here, I will say to it here like ID, I will give it to it ID, and then we can give it as 1, and okay. So this is also now done. Now again, this Dehradun city can be utilized here. Directly you clip it here like this. If I do it here like dot clip, DEHRADUN, Dehradun, because it has only one polygon. Dehradun, if you type it here. Now let us try to run it here. Now here also this boundary I can switch off. Now let us try to run it. Let us see what is the error here, or it is correctly coming. Yes, it is coming perfectly all right. You have not the taluk. Now you require only the data set of the city. You can see here I am able to get the data of only that part. What I have done, only I have changed it in this clip part, Dehradun I have written. Now here you can just go to this inspector here, again click it here, the temperature is 15203, here the temperature is 14827, 1551, 247, if we see here 14827. So it will change here now. You can write it here like 800 and 1500 to this. If I see run and just check it here, the visualization will improve upon. You can see I have now more gradients here like this. I will try to remove this taluk from this, and then we are able to see this particular data sets also like this. How the variation is going on. There at the core of the city, it is high temperatures is there, and at the end it is having a very low temperature. So this is the way we are getting it, correct. So we have now seen, now we can download it also. If you can go to this task part here, if you say just run it, again I will do _C, I will type it here, the name, _C we will do it here, and then run it. If you run it, then you will have the value at district level, taluk level, and city level also. So all the 3 exercises we have done it now. It will take some time to download. It should not take much time now. If you see, that size will be very less for that image, because we have gone up to the city level. So we will wait for a few minutes here, and then you can see here, see already it has created, and here also once it gets finished, then only we will say that the data is complete. Yes, it is done. Now this is your C. Select it and then download it. So your data is now downloaded. Let us try to open it here in our QGIS software. This switch it off, this one, and then if I say download, and we will try to see the data set here at this point. Yes, I am able to see the data for the city level also. Right click here, properties, and we will change this pseudo color here. Let us give some color to it, apply. So this is within the city. Okay, now anything you can do it once you have the data. Similar way, now, so that exercise is complete, basically we have just seen it ki how the three methods are there. All these three methods we have checked up. First was clipping the downloading using admin boundaries from GE, that was a district level. Then we created our own study area boundary of the city, and we also uploaded one data set, well, that was the taluk boundary. So these three we have done it. Now we have taken one LST. Now I will just ask you, you just try from your side the elevation values. Like let us say SRTM on 30 meter. Okay, this data set you try to take SRTM 30 meter bands. It has only one elevation band. Import it. You can see here I have the import image is there. It is not a collection, basically it is only one image. I will say it here as DEM, DEM. Now what you have to do, you have to use this DEM, create one slope map from it. I think there is a method called dot terrain, so that can be utilized it very easily. So you have to use those method also. Like if I now LST, so we have used directly from this DEM, also we can make use of it. Like let us say if I am making a DEM here, DEM, it is written over here. Now I will change it. You can see here in map dot add layer, this was your LST DDN. Now what I will do here, I will try to put it here like DEM, DEM, but that DEM is for the entire country. So here also I will change it to, okay, no, dot DEM dot clip if I have to do, and then we will say what was the name, Dehradun, DEHRADUN, Dehradun. Okay, so this if I do it here, these values are also now changed. Let us try to run it here. You can see here the DEM is value is, although this is your elevation values. Now these elevation values all it is showing dark. Now I will go to inspector. I will just check it here. What are those values? 691 meters, basically 1503. At this level it is 563. You can see it over here. So the values are ranging from 500 to let us say 1530, or sometimes 1530. So I can say here 500 to, we will say 1500. Okay, now just run it. So now you see your values, how your visualization changes. Your DEM will be properly seen here. These are the high values and these are some low values here. You can see like this, all these things are visible to you here. Okay, so if I go to this particular point here, the value is 788. If I go to this particular point, it is 981. Here the values are 601. Though these are the values. Now similarly, what you have to do now, you try to create one slope map from this DEM and then download it using all these three methods: uploading your data set, creating the data set there itself, and using those district boundaries also, and see what problems you will face. Definitely you will face one problem in case of this DEM 30 meter, that is the size of the image. I think that might have been covered in the previous lectures. So try to use that. There is actually, okay, I will just tell you here, there is one more parameter here, that is called max pixels colon, and then something you have to write it here. Let us say 1E13 I am writing. It is max pixel or max size, maybe. We have to check it here. What is that? Okay. So, okay, one comma is required here, basically, yeah. So max pixels also, and then you have to define it over here. Then only it will download. Otherwise, it won't download for you. So this I am just not covering it here, but I am just leaving it for you to explore it and then use it. Okay. So I hope I have covered all the three aspects of today's session, and hope it will be useful for you. Thank you very much. We will just break